In this ancient kingdom of grass and water, two of nature's mightiest warriors are about to collide. This is a world ruled by instinct, where strength alone decides who lives and who falls. Beneath this fragile peace, two ancient rivals share the same hunting ground. In this endless grassland, one predator and one giant are destined to meet.
Something massive has passed through here recently, leaving its mark upon the land.
This mark is a warning, etched deep into the wood by something powerful and unseen.
Somewhere in that grass, eyes are watching, patient and unblinking.
Even the sky above senses that something significant is about to unfold.
Beauty and danger exist side by side in this untamed wilderness.
Within these ancient trees, an apex predator has claimed dominion. That single alarm call may be the first sign of danger stirring nearby. This is the tiger's domain, a kingdom ruled by silence, patience, and raw power. Every movement is calculated, every breath controlled, built for a single deadly purpose. Nothing in this wilderness escapes those eyes, sharpened by centuries of relentless hunting. This mark is a declaration, a warning carved into wood for any rival to see.
Camouflage this perfect was not born by chance, but forged by millions of years of survival. Even in a moment of rest, the tiger never fully lowers its guard. Beneath this brief calm lies a weapon capable of taking down prey twice its size. Silence is the tiger's greatest ally, more valuable than speed or strength alone. That scent is unfamiliar, heavy, and undeniably powerful.
In this wilderness, the tiger is both hunter and ghost.
When the tiger moves like this, the entire grassland seems to hold its breath. This boundary is not a suggestion, it is a rule enforced with tooth and claw.
Water slow most animals, but the tiger crosses it as if you were solid ground.
In that frozen stillness lies the difference between a successful hunt and a wasted one.
Something heavy is moving nearby, and the tiger has just noticed it. This is not fear, but calculation, the mind of a predator weighing its next move.
These prints are larger than anything the tiger typically hunter, and it knows it.
Confidence like this is earned only by an animal that has never known true defeat.
From here, the tiger sees everything while remaining completely unseen.
Nothing in this grassland moves with such unshakable, ground-trembling confidence.
Even while feeding, this giant remains a fortress no predator wishes to test.
That mud is both cooling shelter and a shield against biting insects and the sun.
The ground itself seems to acknowledge the rhino's passage with every heavy step. Caution is a habit, even for a creature with almost no natural predators. This is not simply size, but a living fortress shaped by millions of years of evolution.
That sound alone has sent smaller creatures scattering in every direction. Even at rest, that horn stands ready, a silent warning to any who approach.
This path has been worn smooth by years of the same unshakable routine. Even a fortress must remain alert to what moves beyond its walls.
Strength like this radiates even in stillness, a warning felt before it is seen. Something unfamiliar has entered the rhino's territory, and it has taken notice.
This horn has never once failed to protect the life behind it.
This ground belongs to the rhino, and it intends to keep it that way.
That scent carries the unmistakable trace of a predator, far too close for comfort. Instinct this old has kept this species alive since long before memory began. Stillness like this is not weakness, but the calm of an animal unafraid. Even breathing here feels deliberate, measured, and unshaken by fear. The fortress has just heard the first warning of the storm approaching.
This scent belongs to something far larger than any prey the tiger has faced.
For the first time this morning, the fortress senses a true challenger nearby. Two powerful trails have just crossed for the very first time today. Calm on the surface often hides the sharpest awareness underneath.
Even the smallest creatures here can sense when giants begin to stir.
For the first time, predator and giant share the same field of view. That single gust of wind may change everything that happens next.
The fortress has just confirmed what its instincts already suspected.
In this instant, the balance between hunter and hunted hangs uncertain. That thin wall of grass will not remain standing for very much longer. A creature this size does not retreat easily from any challenge. Every great predator studies before it ever commits to attack. Even the wetland itself seems to sense that something is about to change. Patience like this can mean the difference between survival and disaster. That sound alone is a warning few creatures in this land choose to ignore. The predator is weighing risk against the hunger driving it forward.
Two ancient forces of the wild have finally found each other.
The moment of hiding has ended, and the true test is about to begin. Neither creature moves, yet both understand exactly what the other represents. This display is meant to intimidate, though the rhino shows no sign of retreat.
The fortress has just made its own warning unmistakably clear.
This is the stance of an animal preparing to defend everything it owns. This is the stillness right before an explosion of raw, uncontrolled power. Even the wind seems reluctant to interrupt this dangerous standoff. This sound is a final warning before the fortress considers its next move. Every muscle in this predator's body is now fully primed for action. This is not hesitation, but a calculated assertion of dominance. Fear has never been part of this creature's nature. Every weapon this predator possesses is now fully unsheathed and prepared.
This is a fortress preparing to become a battering ram.
This predator has learned to respect what it cannot easily overpower. Anger and readiness now blend together within this ancient, armored giant. Every predator seeks the smallest crack in even the strongest fortress. This giant will not be outmaneuvered without a fight. This moment stretches longer than either creature's patience should reasonably allow. The first strike has finally come, faster than either creature expected. This fortress will not be caught unprepared by any sudden assault. Speed and agility remain the tiger's greatest advantage in this dangerous exchange. A single miss from this giant still shakes the ground beneath it. Even sharp claws struggle against a hide built like living armor. That single inch is the difference between survival and disaster. The first clash has ended, but this battle is far from over. Even a glancing blow from this giant leaves its unmistakable mark. This fortress is pressing its advantage while the predator regroups.
Frustration begins creeping into the predator's otherwise calculated strategy.
When this giant commits to a charge, very little can stand in its way. Timing this precise is the only thing keeping the tiger alive right now. This is raw power unleashed, unstoppable once it begins moving forward. This is the predator's one true chance to inflict real damage. Even a fortress can be wounded when caught in the right moment.
That fallen tree could have easily been the tiger's own broken body.
This land bears the scars of every battle fought upon it.
This wound is a warning that this fight carries very real consequences. Even in pain, this predator refuses to show any sign of weakness. This fortress remains standing, unshaken despite the wound it now carries. This predator has tasted blood, and it will not retreat now. This battle has now escalated far beyond simple posturing and warning. Every strike now carries greater risk and far higher stakes. Even this armored fortress feels the sting of a well-placed claw. That powerful shrug sends the tiger tumbling hard across the grass. The entire grassland seems to shake beneath this violent, desperate struggle. Recovery this fast is the only thing standing between the tiger and disaster. A single mistake now would end this battle permanently. This land will carry the memory of this battle long after it ends. Even a partial strike from this horn carries devastating, bone-jarring force.
Pain has now become a constant companion in this relentless struggle.
This fortress fights with the full, unrelenting weight of its ancient strength. Even wounded, this predator's instincts continue searching for a path to victory. Exhaustion now threatens to become as dangerous as any physical wound.
Focus like this is often the last weapon a wounded predator has left.
Even a fortress this powerful cannot fight forever without cost. Every remaining ounce of strength must now be used with careful precision.
Even this ancient giant is beginning to feel the weight of this battle.
This predator has finally found the fortress's smallest, most vulnerable weakness.
That single reaction may have just saved this giant's life.
Survival has fully replaced strategy as this predator's only remaining priority. This fortress refuses to fall, even as its strength continues to fade. This moment of weakness could prove fatal against an opponent this powerful. This is the moment. Survival instinct alone must carry the tiger forward. That single roll may be the difference between life and death right now.
Fate itself seems to be testing both animals in this desperate moment.
Pure willpower now drives this predator forward more than physical strength. Even the strongest fortress eventually feels the weight of relentless battle.
Every predator instinctively knows when to fight and when to survive instead.
This giant's determination remains unbroken despite its own mounting fatigue. Retreat is no longer an option this predator is willing to accept. Even instinct recognizes when an opponent has nothing left to lose. This is the raw, unfiltered face of survival in its most desperate form.
This predator now fights purely on instinct, courage, and sheer stubborn will. This single strike may determine the outcome of the entire battle. That narrow twist may have just saved this giant's life once again.
This is the raw chaos of two titans refusing to surrender.
Neither creature shows any sign of backing down, even now.
Pain has become simply another obstacle this predator refuses to accept.
This giant will defend its territory until it physically cannot stand any longer.
Survival instinct now begins to outweigh pure aggression for both combatants.
Even the fiercest predator understands when a battle nears its natural end. This fortress has proven its strength, even without claiming full victory.
Something unspoken now passes between these two exhausted, battle-worn giants.
This is the turning point, where instinct finally outweighs remaining aggression.
This fortress has successfully defended everything it was built to protect. Respect between rivals often looks remarkably like this quiet, final glance. Survival, not conquest, has become this predator's only true victory today. Even in retreat, this predator's instincts remain sharp and fully alert. This predator lives to hunt another day, wiser for today's difficult lesson. Even giants need time and rest to recover from battles this intense.
Recovery now becomes this predator's most urgent and immediate priority.
Pain like this becomes simply another memory etched into this ancient survivor. Resilience like this is exactly what allows predators to survive another season.
Even small movements now require patience this predator rarely needed before.
Two ancient rivals have survived, each carrying today's lesson forward with them.
Recovery has already begun for this ancient, unshaken fortress of muscle and horn.
Rest now restores the strength this predator will need for tomorrow's hunt.
Nature's rhythm continues unbroken, regardless of the struggles within it. Even violence eventually becomes part of this land's endless, natural cycle.
This fortress has proven, once again, why so few dare to challenge it. Even the fiercest predator requires stillness to recover from battles this intense.
This land heals itself, just as its creatures heal from their own wounds.
This giant's routine continues unbroken, strengthened rather than shaken by today's trial.
Even fortresses require rest to remain strong for tomorrow's challenges.
This predator's territory remains its own, defended once more through survival. This fortress remains unbroken, exactly as it has for countless generations before. This predator's reign continues, tempered now by hard-earned respect and caution. This predator becomes once again a shadow, unseen, yet ever present. Two ancient rivals continue their lives, forever changed by this single encounter.